Hey everyone, we're going to take a look at how to create the Google Meet links for parents and families that are requesting a virtual conference because there are several steps you'll want to follow. First off, I just wanted to point out that when you start getting the My Conference Time emails, you'll notice that they're going to continuously arrive in the same thread. So you'll want to be very careful to make sure that you catch every single email within the thread. I recommend going through them, and when you complete the task for one requiring online virtual, that click the band there and it will collapse, and then you can take a look at the next conference time. Now, if you are going to have to take PTO, you'll want to go into My Conference Time and block off the times at which you'll be taking PTO. Unfortunately, I'm unable to do conferences in the morning because I have to put my daughter on the bus. So I went into My Conference Time and put block as the first name and off as the last name, and then entered my own email address to block that time. So you can go ahead and use that as well to block off the times, and then be sure to request time off in Frontline ASAP. Now let's talk about what happens when you get a request from a parent for an online or virtual conference. So first off, you'll want to read very carefully this last line here that will tell you whether or not the conference is in person or virtual. Now, when it's virtual, there are several steps you're going to have to follow. Now, first off, one thing I found helpful is I simply just highlight all the information and I go ahead and copy that. Then I click Add to Google Calendar. Once you click Add to Google Calendar, you'll see your Google Calendar window pop up. And what you're going to want to do is paste that information into the body of the calendar invite so that you can see the parent email address. Now, obviously, this is my email address because I blocked off this time and placed my email address, but parents will type their email address here, and this is what you actually need to copy in order to get them the Google Meet link. So you're going to go ahead and just paste that and then copy the email and paste it in the guest list here. Now, you'll want to be sure to click Add Google Meet Conferencing, and that will generate a unique code. And one thing I like to do is go up to the title, and you'll see the student's name will appear at the end here. One thing I like to do is delete all of this so I can see Avid and then the student's name. This makes it really easy for me to see in my calendar view who is coming at that time. Now, you also will notice that the time is adjusted based on when the parent requested that conference. You can make sure that the time up here matches down here, which it should if you click the link. I recommend turning off any notifications. Since you know you'll be at conferences, it would be unnecessary to get those notifications. And then when you're done, go ahead and click Save. And you'll notice here that once you click Save, that conference is going to appear in your list. So we see some conferences here starting to show up, which makes it really easy to see that night who will be coming in and when. So let's go ahead and go through that quickly so you can see the full workflow. You get the email, check the bottom line, online virtual, highlight all the information, right-click copy, add to Google Calendar. Once you add to Google Calendar, go ahead and paste all that information below, highlight the parent email, add that person, click Add Video Google Meet, check to make sure the time matches, turn off any notifications you may have. You can delete conference with. One thing I like to do as well that I forgot to mention in the first round is I add virtual at the end here, because again, it makes it really easy to view when you're looking at your Google Calendar for that day. Go ahead and click Save, and you will also be prompted, since the parent emails are going to be out of our network, you can just click Invite Anyways or add whatever that language is because they're out of our network. Now, you don't see that with my email because I'm obviously an RDL employee. So go ahead and click Save, and that will add it to your Google Calendar, as well as share this Google Meet code with the family. And you can double check, and it will definitely add that to your calendar over here. And you can see now the one that has virtual is listed here on the right hand side, which is very, very helpful.